Hey guys, in today's video I've got a special treat. My wife and I are getting the opportunity to test drive a Tesla Model Y, which is one of their newest models, and it's one of the most comfort friendly. It's got the front seats and the back seats, a lot of cool features including the all glass top of it. It's got the Autopilot feature as well as a bunch of other cool neat features, so come along, let's check this out. So here it is, the Tesla Model Y. So we are off, and getting used to the controls in this thing is actually pretty easy so far. Since it's all electric, there's no loud motor or anything. They actually had to remotely start it during my test drive here.
There's no key fob either.
When I'm driving, just by taking my foot off of the accelerator pedal, it automatically starts to brake. And that is something that I'm not used to when I'm typically driving.
Is that what the regenerative braking is?
Yeah. And I guess it's using all that energy to help recharge up the battery. It's very simplistic looking. There's not, like going from our minivans where you have all the buttons on the steering wheels, you just have these two buttons and woo! It's got some acceleration. So in all of our videos we hide Tinker, our little hidden robot. If you happen to spot him briefly popping up during this video, be sure to let me know the timestamp of when you saw him down in the comments section below for your chance to get your name and your YouTube channel featured on our Tinker Forward Hall of Fame page. So we've got the two cup holders, and this flips open. I believe this is a wireless cell phone charging pad.
It also flips up. There.
This flips up. And then all the controls for that's kind of interesting. All the controls for the inside here are on just this screen. So, how warm or cold do you want it in there? Temperature, music, seating. You're able to open the glove box using the button. That's crazy. Controlling the steering wheel height, the mirrors, all of that is all through the screen. In fact, we've got everything, all sorts of different customization. Well, we're going to test out how this thing handles in the rain. Fun.
So it is currently raining, and we don't know how to turn the windshield wipers on.
Alright, so as soon as this car passes here, I'm going to try accelerating.
So what's cool is when the car passes, it does show up on the screen that you can see a car is passing.
That is pretty awesome.
It also shows the stoplights and tells you what color the stoplights are on the screen.
We're going to test the acceleration here. We are currently at 20 miles per hour. 50, 60. Wow. It goes quick. That was pretty cool. Alright, let's take it on the freeway and let's test out the Autopilot.
Here you can see the stoplights show up on the screen too.
Yeah. And it even knows what color they are. What do you think of the wood finish on the dashboard?
It's interesting. Is it real wood?
I think it is real wood. It's the only piece of wood that's in this. Okay, we're going to try and activate the Autopilot. Alright, Autopilot is engaged. I'm not doing anything. It's kind of freaky. It seems to be pretty steady. When we start coming up to a curve here, we'll see what happens.
I kind of want to watch you.
I have my hands close to the wheel just in case. Okay, so we're turning on the freeway. Let's see, it's adjusting. It's keeping us centered in the lanes, and then on the screen here, it's showing the cars passing us.
Apply slight turning force to the steering wheel. Whoa.
It's touchy. I think
You took it out?
I don't know. Well, it's still got the blue circle for it being on autopilot.
It's not declining.
I think it's, well, we'll find out here if it doesn't start to turn. No, I have. Please keep your hands on the wheel. Be prepared to take over at any time. It's following the lines on the road. Cool. And it's keeping at a steady 60 miles per hour. So it started raining. Windshield wipers came on their own. You're noticing that it seems to be very sensitive to all the bumps in the road, and I feel it, although the seats are very cushiony, very comfortable. So even though we're feeling a lot of those bumps, I still think that it's a very smooth ride. I think the autopilot feature is probably the coolest feature, and that would be something that I would use the most. I think it would take a little bit of getting used to, because I don't fully trust it at this point. I think it's one of those things where you have to be trained the more you drive and the more you get comfortable with it. But I will say, just the fact that it grips, it's turning with the lanes, and it's adjusting its speed to everything else that's going on, and it's showing you everything that's happening on the display screen. It's very easy to get used to. So like right now, I'm not touching the brake. It's just doing that. Now I put it in auto right now. We're coming up to a stoplight, and let's see if it's gonna stop on its own. Yep, and I don't know if you can see there, it said stopping for the traffic light. So we're sitting here at a red light, and I didn't do anything. Now I've got the blinker on to turn left. I don't know if it's going to start accelerating when the light turns green on its own. We'll test that out and see if it's going to do that. We have a green light. He's going, stopping for traffic, use accelerator. So I did have to manually take over there. So let's see if it'll navigate us to Tesla.
Now turn left to take the Interstate 41 North ramp.
Navigate on autopilot?
Let's see if it'll do it. If we navigate on autopilot back to Tesla. It's even showing the pedestrian walking across the street. Alright, so it is giving me a green arrow, so I am going to go. I am not doing any of the accelerating. It's doing that all on its own. It's staying in the lane. I do think that this is the way cars are going. Even looking at the technology that we're seeing sitting here, I mean, it can read all the colors of the stoplights, it can see all the surrounding cars, it can see the surrounding pedestrians, it has all the GPS information.
It's now slowing down because traffic ahead of us is not going 60 miles an hour. It is interesting that, like, it knows when it's a truck versus a car versus a person. Although all the cars look like Teslas in the little diagram. I'm just going to mess with a bunch of the things here. Let's defrost. I'm going to put mine up to 70.
Does it have heated seats?
Yes, it does.
Oh, look at that. Well, that's fun.
It's got 3 levels. Super heat, kind of heat, and is my butt warm. Those are the 3 settings.
I like the black, but you can see all my fingerprints.
And now they have all your fingerprints.
Look at this. Did you see that? Well, that's fun. It's got the little lights. Oh, I gotta shave.
A couple of backup cameras.
So yeah, not only that rear camera, but you got your side cameras as well. How was it in the passenger seat?
Well, you accelerate pretty fast. So that's a little scary. But other than that, it was pretty cool.
quite the view out the top there.
Where back to the seats go. So you can just sit here and stare at the ceiling the entire time.
So what do you think? That's about 60 grand. You can buy a lot of tanks of gas for that.
Tinker Ford's going to need some more views first.
Did you hear that? So like this video and watch it like 6 times.
And tell all your friends.
And tell all your friends.
And maybe in 20 years we'll get one.
Wow. Let's take a look at the back. Yeah, you got a decent amount of space. And then unlike our vehicles, you got all this space in the front. That's all plastic. So at least if it gets wet or if you've got some frozen groceries or something, it's pretty handy. It's like a towing hitch of some sort. Pretty neat.
Do I look good in this car?
You look good in this car. This could be your new car. What do you think?
Will it drive to work every day?
It's got the Autopilot. There you go. Well, pretty cool. Neat experience driving the Tesla Model Y. I still have a lot to explore on it, but just from our initial test drive, had a lot of fun, and I think it's a really cool car. I do like the Autopilot feature, even though it seems like it would take a little bit of getting used to. And yeah, I don't know. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, cool. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Tinker Ford, we may be doing more test drive videos of other cool cars and other tech products. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you guys in the next video.
So there's some entertainment that you can do.
Yeah.
And I clicked on the Get Cozy under the Romantic.
It has a Get Cozy mode?
There's a Get Cozy mode under Romantic, and I have a fire pit going here with crackling.
Well, that's fun.